Okay, hi everybody, this is our social media class, and for those of y'all that are joining us by video, it'll be interesting today. We don't have, looks like our computer's got a very serious problem. The black screen of death, as Rex said, which it's not black, but that is the screen of death. So, yet again, another reason why I love Macs, and I don't like PCs.
I do love Macs.
Don't like them. In fact, I could even be stronger than that. I could say I really don't like them. I don't like to say I hate anything, but I can't work. I don't understand why anybody deals with them. I really, really don't. But that, I guess, maybe could be our discussion for today, because this is not going to work without me moving my Mac in here, and I'm not going to take the time to do that right now. So, thank you. But I don't understand. I know probably the reason why most people use PCs is because that's kind of what they started out with and they're used to. But if you ever get used to a Mac, I can't imagine anyone. There are some people that say that they don't like them, but there's no people that ever say that they like them. They either love them or they don't want to use them. I mean, if you like them at all, you're a fanatic, which I am a fanatic, Mac fanatic. Anyway, so because we have got this, I guess I could try rebooting it one more time, but it surely is not looking promising. And Stokes is not in this office today, and he's our PC guy. And they just, what are they doing now? Windows 8 something, and they quit support on Windows 6. All those different Windows, Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, all that different stuff. It's just, so many of them are not compatible with the version before, and they're so radically different than the version before. And it's almost like having to learn to do everything again. Now the touchscreen ones are out, and those are more confusing than anything, or at least I've been told. I can't even get it to shut down. Oh, there it goes. I guess I could ask my mom. She could be up here messing with it. Not that she's gonna, that'll just give her anxiety, so.
The last thing we did was yesterday.
I'm sorry?
The last thing we did yesterday when we were here with Doug.
Oh, with Doug Holmes, that's right. How did that go? What was that test like? He's always extremely informative.
Yeah. How are you there?
He's got some really good information, and if you've got time to follow what he's saying, I mean, follow the,
I just love the newsletter where you can cut and paste it, you know?
as long as you don't use it online. As long as you just use it in print material, you're good.
Well, no, he said we can cut and paste it to Facebook.
You can, yeah, you can do that on Facebook, yeah, but if you don't want to do it on your Twitter, and you don't really want to do it on your hold on. Checking file system. Let's see, the type of file system is volume 1 of your. This needs to be checked. So you may cancel the disk check, but it's stronger than maybe continue. This will now check the disk. Whatever in the world it's doing, I don't know. What now?
I was going to get my drink out of the refrigerator.
Go for it. We are very relaxed today. Hey, you asked about, why not put it on like your website as a blog post? You wouldn't want to cut and paste anything, whether it's Doug Holmes or anything, say, from Realtor.com or magazine or newspaper, anything that you see, and put it on your website or put it on Twitter, because that is not original content. It won't hurt you on Facebook.
Well, he said yesterday, and Rex, you were there, right? You were there? he said, cut out, make it personal, use my stuff, just make it
Well-
personal, right? Didn't he say, yeah.
Sure, okay, if you change the words around a little bit, then you make it original content. If you're just copy pasting, you can copy paste it and put it in your newsletters as long as it's print. But just remember for a website, if you're gonna put something on your website, if it is not original content, if it's not your version of what he is saying, then Google looks at it as duplicate content, and believe it or not, Google can track it down and will penalize you for it. Not only not give you credit for the content that's there, but will take your site down notches. It's pretty amazing what Google does. I mean, I don't know how much time y'all ever thought about Google or looked at it, but some of the stuff that it does is just completely amazing. Google, the way it does its searches so fast is that Google actually has a copy of every single web page on the web on its servers. So it can serve it up from its servers. Every single one.
Google doesn't have it, and the NSA's got it. So
The
between the two, one of the two's got it.
Yeah. See, I don't have a problem with the NSA having it, although, well, that gets to a whole different topic. But Google has and indexes and puts together or keeps a copy of every page that's put out on the public internet, which is fascinating to me. I mean, it's just unreal. So it's a huge, well, obviously, huge operation. Have y'all ever taken the time to read Google's 10, what do they call them? Not promises and not business practices, but it's 10 tenets, maybe, not objectives, but Google has 10 main ways that they want that their business to be conducted. And one of the 10 is do no harm. Anyway, it's very interesting, but a lot of the Google stuff, to me, maybe not to you. But when you understand where Google is coming from, then you can understand where and how the search results are pulled up, and you can understand your page ranking. You know, if someone types in Mount Pleasant homes for sale, you see who comes up listed in Google and the order that they're listed in. If you understand the Google's position, then you can understand better why Google puts sites in certain places. I think we are not going to have a computer today, so the best I can do is just answer if y'all got some random questions. I was going to talk a little bit about Twitter and Facebook, but I'm not really going to do that without this. And my main message is get Mac stuff. And if you ever do go to the Mac store and get it, make sure that they know that you're from agent owned.
Oh,
We get, actually, because we passed a threshold, or I believe we're almost at the threshold, I'm pretty sure we passed it now, where you get, I don't want to say it wrong, it's either 5% or a 10% discount. It's not huge, but it's something, you know, every little bit helps. So, this, I don't think is going to be working for us today. So, anybody have any questions for me that you want me to answer? I don't put you on the spot. You just want me to talk about anything because I don't have a. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. It's doing something now. Oh, this is a Windows Vista. That may be part of the problem. Okay, well, not that I know anything about Windows, so. But I do know Windows Vista is something people say they don't really like. And I also know that as they're going forward with Windows 7, 8, that they are stopping the support for these older Windows versions. And what happens when they quit offering support and technical support for, say, Windows Vista, but I think right now it's Windows 6, that they're stopping technical support. Oh, it's recovered. That's nice. Okay, it's saying that now it's recovered from its problem. I don't care how, just let me do what I'm going to do, please. But when it quits supporting it and coming out with updates, what happens is that these updates that come out all the time, and you should always keep all your devices updated, always keep them updated as soon as they come out, because updates aren't as much for you as they are for or for security. So people are constantly trying to hack into this stuff all the time, find holes all the time. So Windows people are constantly combating it, and then they're doing little patches to fix it, and that's a lot of what your updates are. Well, when they quit doing technical support for Windows version 6, then what that means is that no longer will there be patches for these security updates. So it's just open territory. People just gets invaded. Let's see if this is, it looks like it's working. Yay! It is. Wow. I'm really good. I fixed it. I really don't have a clue how I did, but I did. All right, so last week we spent a lot of time talking about Twitter, and I want to know, I was going to talk about Owly a little bit today, but I want to go back to Twitter again and the hashtags and see how y'all feel about your understanding of the hashtags and where you are with that. Do you think you have a pretty good grasp of what I'm talking about with that now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand? Claire, you haven't been here for some of them, so what we've been talking about is Twitter, and I know you have a Twitter account.
Yeah, except I haven't used it like for 40 years.
That's pretty typical. You know, until about 6 months ago, I hadn't used mine, or even I hadn't used theirs. But then I came up with this idea of using hashtags to promote, as a marketing way to promote houses. So, if y'all are getting the idea of the hashtags, what a hashtag is it's a way to organize content on the web, and whenever anyone tweets a tweet that has the hashtag, which is the number symbol, and then letters after it without spaces, it will collect all of those tweets and put them on one page. So what I'm suggesting is that for your farm area, for your geographic area, you pick out a Twitter hashtag page that's not been used by somebody else before, so that you don't have to battle for the territory. Now, other people might try to come in and use it, but if you just stay with it, you're going to stay with it longer than they will.
Okay.
People will be hit and miss with it, plus they will use it incorrectly. But what I wanted to show you today, after leaving off from last week, was how you can use Owly, and I've got it spelled up there. It's OW.ly, so that you can put links into your Twitter tweets that go straight to your website or wherever you want it to go. I'm sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna pick my Owly phone. Are we recording? No.
Yes, oh, I thought we were.
No, no red light. Good.
Let me check and see.
Okay, so you said something interesting.
I said something interesting, really.
Yes, and you probably said it a million thousand times, but I don't see the little red dot.
It's up there, it's fine.
Oh.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
So, okay, so you've got Brickyard MTP up there.
Uh-huh.
No one's used it before.
Mm-hmm.
So so you said, other people affected it, whatever. So every day, if you are like John's Island, the young guy the other day, Mark, he had John's Island, got, hashtag John's Island.
Not Mark, Eric.
Eric.
Mm-hmm. James Island, I think.
James Island.
Mm-hmm.
So if he every day posts something on his Twitter, James Island Homes, and then Allie's a new listing.
Mm-hmm.
He can do that even if it's not his or, okay. So
Well,
that's
now-
how you kind of command the presence of that.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
When, if you can drive them there through print marketing or through your signs or, put it on your door hangers, put it on your postcards,
Put it on your mailing.
putting on, yeah, definitely. So you do that, and the people that are living in the neighborhood can go there and use it as a reference. They will love that. Then you start people that are actually following that hashtag page. And that's a huge component of it, and that's the seller side component. Hopefully, get listings because you want to dominate the whole neighborhood, and the listings is the way to do it. But also, I think that by putting a hashtag and the subdivision name, if it's not been used as a hashtag page before, when people drive past it, then it's going to be so much easier for the consumer, the people, average person on the street, to just go to Twitter, go to that page, see the information they want, and try to remember a phone number, try to remember a name, try to remember anything. I mean, I think, and plus it's unique. If nothing else, people will say, well, what in the heck is that? And if that is all you get from it, then that's better than them just passing right by it and not paying any attention at all. So, but as the world keeps going, more and more and more people know what that hashtag means. And the millennials, as we've talked about before, are starting to buy houses. So, if we've got a Twitter or we've got a tweet that you're trying to tweet out, and if you're tweeting about your farm, and you should optimally tweet every new listing that comes on the market in that farm, as long you've got to give the listing company credit. And I've got the formula, if you will, up there. I wrote it up there. I'll put it on the website next to this. But it's basically your hashtag page, then the word new listing, Green Street, 350, that's an example. Then your Owly link, which is what we're going to go over now. And then you put listed by Keller Williams, that is if it's not your own listing. And so the Owly link is huge here because Owly is a website that, Owly is a website that shortens URLs. Everybody know what a URL is? It's okay if you don't. Sort of. A URL stands for Universal Resource Locator. Anyway, just FYI. But anyway, a URL is the name of every page on the website, on the internet, on the World Wide Web, has a URL. Now, some of those URLs are more distinct than most. And the ones that are distinct are what most people call domain names. But a domain name is still a URL. That used to always confuse me.
Distinct meaning, Bob Jones Realty?
Yes, SusanDay.com
Okay.
is a URL. But also SusanDay.com/12789/HP question mark, on and on and on. That's a URL also.
Right, okay.
All right, but Susan Day is a URL, but it's an easy URL. Most URLs are very, 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 very long because every page on the internet has one. So What you want to do is you want someone that goes to and sees that tweet, you want them to be able to press that Owly link, and it's a live link, and it will take them to your website. If you don't have your own website right now, just hook it into the agent-owned website for now, and it will take them to the property description page of the particular house that you're tweeting about. So, this is Owly. This is what it looks like when you just pull up the website itself. I'm trying to think. You are doing Brickyard, I believe.
Yes,
Susan.
but I'm hashtagging Brickyard Homes,
Why?
because nobody's done that.
Oh. Well, you could have had MTP.
I don't like MTP because I don't know if most people would know what it is,
Okay. Fair enough.
but they know what a home is. I mean,
Okay.
believe me.
Homes is
I can't think
2
of it.
letters longer, but that's not really that big a deal. Although on Twitter, you'd be amazed, it gets pretty tight. But the only reason that I put MTP, or I suggested MTP, and either one would be fine, is that
Well, I'm gonna be batting these out, so I'm gonna clean that sucker, man.
you can have MTP, but I would focus on one. The
Yeah.
only reason I did MTP is because it's good to have some kind of geographic indicator, because people around the globe can see these tweets, okay? So, yeah, MTP is probably not going to help anybody in India have a clue.
Well, if you
what's
click
up.
on my alley, it's gonna go to Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
That's true,
Yeah.
that's true.
And
But
I
I'm
think
just-
people are gonna remember Brickyard Homes more than they're gonna go, what is it?
Well, they could be in New Delhi, but
Yeah.
New Delhi MTP isn't going to
Yeah,
help
I'm
them
from
either.
New Delhi.
So, well, okay.
I only hope that they come here with fire.
Okay, so I'm going to find an example of a house that she should tweet about.
Open up my Twitter and do it, go ahead, girl.
No, I want to find an example about a house that you should tweet about. And I'm going to do it by subdivision. Now, the way you want to find the URL that you want to put into Owly is by going either to your website, or to agent-owned if you don't have one. Don't go to somebody else's website or the MLS website or anything like that, because that is not, we call it Brickyard Sensation. Okay, that's not going to be helpful. So, now have you done any at all?
No, we just planned this
Okay.
today, believe me.
All right, this is your day. All right, so now we've got them going from high to low. I want to sort it from low to high. Let's find out what the lowest priced home.
Brought it $20,000.
There you go. C Strand. I've sold that house before. I know this now. Anyway, that's over in the other little part. Are you familiar with the other little section?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All 41.
How long is, well, let's see if we can find out how long it's been listed. I don't know if this shows us.
You have to go to the MLS, yeah.
Well, anyway, all right, let's open up the whole property page, the full description. It's on C Strands, and you can pin it too. That's not a bad idea. That's getting into Pinterest, so I shouldn't like throw too many things at y'all, but Google Plus is not bad either. Okay, so does it say how long it's been on there? What I would suggest is you start out, if you're going to do Brickyard, you start out and get every one of them tweeted that's currently for sale in there. Then every day you check your hot sheet and see if there's anything new that's been listed in there, or anything that's been gone under contract, anything that's pending, anything that's sold. And you tweet about each of those things, so that not only are they getting the active information, but they're getting the pending and sold. So, but you have to start somewhere. So this will be the first one. I think the least expensive one is the best place to start. You've got the full property description page. Now, if you see up here, that's a longer URL than just agentowned.com or susanday.com. And if you tried to paste that whole URL into Twitter, then your whole tweet would be just the URL. So that wouldn't be any good. So you copy the URL in the address bar. Everybody knows how to do that. And then you go back to Owly. And then we're going to just go like that.
Yeah.
So it
What did you
takes.
do?
I highlighted the http:// in Owly. Hold on. When you go back to Owly,
Because it'll double it, Donna.
if I pasted it, if I pasted it right there, it's going to have two http://.
Okay.
So if I go like this, and then I paste, it will just cover over the highlighted portion.
Oh, you don't have to just delete it?
You don't have to delete it.
Oh.
It just covers it over. Now, if you want to check and make sure, because see, this is showing you the end of the URL that you're trying to shorten. If you want to see the beginning of it, you can just kind of go in here and go like that, and it'll show you. Okay. So you only have one http://. Does that make sense?
That only took me a week to figure out.
And then
Okay, so we got that incorrectly. If you have two http:// it's not going to work. Okay, so you want to shrink it. So you click shrink it. And this is all done on a site. It's ow.ly. It's a little confusing because it's not .com. It's not .net. It's .ly. And now they're coming out with, you can basically get anything now, but it's another topic. All right, so I have to put toppings on the sundae. I guess chocolate, and cherry. I do there's other ones that you can do this to shorten URLs, but I like Owly because I like to do the little game. I have to entertain myself somehow. So that's a much shorter URL than what we started with, right?
Right.
So we are going to highlight it and we are going to copy it. Okay, now we've got our Owly. Alright, and if we had Twitter open, do you want to do it in your account? I mean, you want me to sign in as you?
Well, what's going to happen though is you're going to send them to the company page, not mine. So.
No, I said, do you want me to log in as you?
Yeah, but if you do it, they're going to go to the company page that you just outed.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But you can always replace the Owly. But then, okay. So there's no reason to go. You're right.
Yeah, so you go back to wherever the company was.
Hold on. You've got your own? You have your own website, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What is it?
Charleston by Day.
CharlestonByDay.com.
by that.
Oh, wow. You think they'd give me a break?
So that it would have come up, right?
Okay. So we'll do this again.
Okay, well, we're humming.
Yeah. This is taking way too long to pull up. This is not acceptable in my book.
How do we get a Mirasol account like your mom has? Monthly.
What do you mean, the Mirasol?
Well, she has Liz at Agent Owned, Stokes said to get rid of this page and have the Mirasol like your mom's has as a monthly fee, and I need to talk to somebody. Okay.
Okay, well now,
Okay, hold on.
yeah, I don't know what it's doing.
What
This
color
is
is it?
this
Yeah.
computer that's doing that top thing.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you need to get a PNG for your logo so that it doesn't have the white around it. But it's kind of hard to see when it's doing that deal. Okay, now you're getting into kind of a different topic because you're talking about comparing websites, and I can talk to you about that in a second.
Yeah.
I want to hear about that too.
Okay, I'll talk to you about that in a second. But if we were doing it from your website, we have to find where you can search homes, and come on, my name, I go to my neighborhood, enter my neighborhood name. Yes, okay. Sorry, everybody.
I'm taking all those pictures off there too, because I think they're slowing the pictures.
Well, you have to make sure that they're not very big. And I don't mean big as in size, I mean dense. They have to be not dense. Dense pages will, or pictures will really slow it down. Okay, let's see if we can get it to switch. What? That's bizarre. There's only 7 in there for sale? Really? And all of Brickyard?
4 under contract, yeah.
Wow. That's weird.
51 homes have sold since last year.
Yeah, Brickyard is.
All my statistics.
Well, see, I've been using Brickyard all along.
I
Somebody
didn't-
should have picked up
It was
on
a
that.
message, it was a message. Lauren finally smacked me over the head.
When I first started talking about this, I've been using Brickyard all along. Because I knew that would be a very good one. All right, anyway, sorry, get distracted. I got distracted. Okay, so let's get all the info about this house.
Okay.
And see, you've got this big header here, so people have to scroll all the way down to get to where the info is. I would not like that as the public, but that's just a whole nother thing. Okay, so here's your URL, and we're going to copy that, and we're going to go to Ally, and we're going to shorten another URL. So we're just going to highlight all of that, and then I'm going to paste right on top of it. And then I'm going to shrink it.
And there's my stuff if you
Oh,
want.
thank you. Okay, that's for
Rather
Twitter.
than yell it out over the.
Is that for Twitter?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Add the seat and the wheel to the bike. Okay. Oops. Okay. Yay.
You'd think they would know when we're trying to do it 7 times that we don't have to do the stupid.
No, they do a
Okay.
different one all the time.
Yeah, I know, but come on, don't you know?
Oh.
By now? No.
You have to remember. I mean, this is a global. I mean, it is so huge. The internet. It's really fascinating. Okay, so we got our Ally, and I've copied it for the one that goes to your website. So I'm going to copy it again just to make sure. Now I'm going to log into Twitter as if I were you. So I'm going to log out of me.
I just want to say something about branding while you're passing. This is so funny. You guys have been in business forever. But I was downtown at Second Sunday the other day and having a little dress up with a name tag. And my goal was like, I said 30, but if it was 5, I would have been happy with business cards. So I'm walking around town, met this woman in a store. And she's telling me how she's taking her granddaughter to Alaska, and she was just lovely. I just wanted her to be my friend, you know. So I said, let me give you my card so when you get back, if you hear about your trip, I'd love to talk to you. So I took out my card. She goes, oh, I'm a nurse, blah, blah, showing where she worked and what she did. I said, well, here's my business card. So just, give me those when you get back. She goes, oh, Susan Day, I see your card all over town.
That's great.
Branding, right?
It's true. I mean, that stuff works.
Oh, you don't have to put the app there?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but yeah, okay.
And somebody says to my husband too at church the other day, he goes, I see your wife's car tossing by day all over town.
You really do notice that stuff. I do. And I think other people do too. I'm not going to remember me. No. Okay, now you need to change your little egg. You don't want to be an egg.
I know. I just started.
I know, there's a million
Because I'm
things.
keeping a theme here with the Charleston rather than doing
Okay.
Susan Day.
Whoops, we haven't been able to send email to your new address. We've tried sending confirmation emails to charlestonbyday@gmail.com, but they are not getting delivered.
Okay, but look at
So I'm
Charleston.
just letting you.
See, I can't change that.
Oh, you misspelled it. We'll just add an email.
I tried.
And all right, we'll talk about
Okay,
that
good.
later too. Okay, so
Okay.
now you are going to tweet, and you already know that you want to tweet Brickyard Homes is going to be your hashtag page, right? So we are going to tweet. I hate the screen so big. Okay. All right, so we go to our little quill, our writing quill, and that brings you up the box. So, you go hashtag Brickyard Homes. Can't put a space in there or else
Oh,
it will
you
not,
Apple? Okay, cool.
but will not, no longer be the hashtag.
Okay.
It has to all be together. Alright, so Brickyard Homes, and I don't know that we can put new listing because I don't know how long it's so we'll put home for sale. If you were looking at the hot sheet, you can put new listing if it was new. Alright, home for sale, and then go back. This is on C Strand, so I'm going to put C Strand Lane, okay, and 420, right? Okay, and then I'm gonna put the alley.
Oh, you,
I
okay.
won't do that way. Okay. That's not gonna work. Okay, let's go back to alley again.
Oh, you didn't copy it, maybe.
I did. But I copied it my other way. I have to copy it this way. Alright, copy. And paste. Yay! Okay. Now,
Yeah.
so now you see this counter at the bottom? You've got 65 characters still that you can use, alright? So alley, and then you're gonna put listed by Carolina 1. Okay? Now Carolina 1 obviously has a Twitter account. You're not gonna use their @Carolina 1.
Right.
You're going to put listed by Carolina 1. And then you're going to tweet that out, okay? And when someone clicks on that alley, it's going to take them to your website. So,
We vote.
yes. Now you still have a good amount of space here.
Yeah.
So I think for this one you could add the street number if you wanted to, 2746.
Put 4-bedroom, 2.5.
No, don't do that. Well, I don't know, maybe like throw a 4-bedroom, but let me say one thing, 2746.
No.
The one thing you want to try to be aware of, I know I'm telling you a whole bunch of stuff.
Go back, because that's not the right address.
What is it?
I think it's 4726.
I'm so dyslexic, hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
2746.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
there's the 4 up top, okay.
Okay, that's all right. 2746, right? Okay. So now, you could add 4-bedroom or something like that in there, but really you're trying to just give them. They'll know that that's the house and that's the price, and here's where you find out everything else about it. You also, with any tweet that you do, try to leave 25, 30, 35 characters open at the end, if you can.
Why's that?
Okay, because,
You don't want to inundate them.
well, no, not that. Because, okay, let's say you tweeted this out, or you're going to. We'll tweet it out right now, okay? So I tweeted out.
Can we add the photo there? If you wanted to?
If you have your own photo that you have taken,
Okay.
you can do it. Do not put the MLS photo that somebody else has taken on there because that is their copyrighted
Okay,
material.
cool.
Okay? But we're going to tweet, if you go out there and take a picture of the house,